Hello, this is Math 114. This is for Spring 25. This is Section 901, but this will also apply to Section 902. Everything's set up the same. So I do have Canvas and Student View. So you have your home page here. This is my cell phone number. You can call and text between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. I do teach full-time for a four-year university. So if I'm not available, I won't get back to you right away. But as soon as I can, I will return a phone call, a text. If you have questions about homework, especially on the calculator, it's best just to text me a picture of your calculator if you're getting errors there. Okay. And they have all this where you can start here. I'm going to just go through the different things on the left side here. So you have your syllabus. This is a departmental syllabus. You can read through that. So my actual syllabus is down here in simple syllabus. This is something new that they've started. I've used this before. Okay. All right. So we don't have any meeting days or times. If you need to meet with me, I can do it via Zoom. I actually don't live in Bossier Parish. I live in central Louisiana. In Dry Prong area, it's Grant Parish, but we would have to schedule a meeting if you needed to meet. So I don't usually have like just set office hours. I'm not going to sit around and wait for somebody to not show up. So again, I would just schedule whatever time works best for both of us. All right, so we do have a calendar down here. I'm going to go over that. So something that was new started last semester, you have to have 3 proctored exams for this course. This comes down from the math department. I have no control over this. So 3 of your exams are proctored. That will account for 75% of your overall grade. You can do assignments up to 7 days late with a 10% late penalty, but you cannot do any late assignments past the due date for the last exam. So whatever that due date is, and we'll look at that, you can't do anything past that. I need a couple of days to get the grades together and get them put in. And I do want you to have access to a TI-84 CE Plus calculator. I'm going to show you a cheaper way to have access to that. You don't have to buy the book. This comes standard. I can't erase that 36X Pro calculator, so don't worry about this. So Math 114, we look at finance, matrices, linear equations, applications, Venn diagrams, probability, counting principles, and we don't do a whole lot of statistics. We barely touch on it. Okay. You can read through this. We do have like 3 activities in Canvas. You will do the first week, and then after that, everything's going to be in Pearson in my lab, and I'm going to show you how to get through that. And the 3 little assignments that you have initially, that's going to determine your show, no show for the registrar. Okay. So you can go through here. There's a grading scale, it's a 10-point grading scale. The final exam, and this is something else that's changed, you have 3 exams that count for 25% each. So those 3 exams comprise 75% of your overall grade, but your final exam is not comprehensive anymore. It just covers, I believe it's chapter 10. So it's not like one that covers everything for the whole entire semester. I do have to give an exam that final exam week. So that final exam is really just another chapter exam. So once this class opens, everything's open and ready to go. You can work ahead if you need to. So if you know you're going to go out of town for a week or 2, or you're going to be out for Mardi Gras or whatever, you can work ahead for anything that may be due around that time. So in Pearson homework, you can do the homework questions as many times as you want to get 100%. You don't have to do them all at once. You can do 3 or 4 and then come back to it. As long as it's completed by the due date, you won't be docked any late penalties. Exams will cover the material in each unit, and we'll look at that. You'll have 6 chapter exams. So 3 of them will be proctored, 3 of them will not be proctored. Okay. And if you miss an exam, you need to have some type of documentation. You need to email it to me. All right. So homework and Canvas assignments only count 10% of your grade. Exams 1, 3, and 5, there's no proctors. You do that on your own, count 15% of your grade. But your 3 proctored exams count for 75% of your grade. Okay. And you do get to use notes in your calculator on that. A calculator, you cannot use a cell phone calculator. I'm going to show you some things. Um, all right. Testing. All right. So testing, you have two options for testing. You can use Monitor EDU, or you can test at Bossier Parish campus in Bossier City. The Monitor EDU fees have already been paid for you, so you don't have to pay them. It's an on-demand proctor, and you don't schedule a couple days ahead of time like you would with Proctor U. And we're going to look at some information about that. And then here's some withdrawal dates. All right, section calendar. Is it ADA in here? If any of you have modifications, yeah, here's ADA information right here. If any of you have modifications, you have to submit a letter each semester. You have to get with Disability Services, and they actually send me the letter. It's always best to check with your instructors to see if they've received the letter. Okay. So this is a calendar. So the first week, we start on a Thursday. So by Sunday, you need to kind of read through everything. And then there's three things. You complete the course requirement agreement, the etiquette discussion, and then register for my math lab. That's going to be a Canvas assignment. You would just type in, I registered, and I will grade it. I will just check and make sure that you've gotten on there. So then the week of January 13th is when you would actually start working. Again, if you do all this stuff right here and you're ready to start working on chapter 5, by all means go ahead, but you can see everything's in order. Exam 2, which just covers chapter 6, is proctored. I don't have anything to do on spring break. I think you guys just have 4 days, but I just made it for the whole week. Again, if you're not doing anything for spring break, just go ahead and keep working. Exam 4 is proctored. And then exam 6 only covers chapter 10. It's proctored. And then here's some important dates. If you're graduating, you have to have your final exam done by April the 28th. Okay. I'm going to go in the morning of the 29th. If there are any grades anybody's completed, I'm going to put that in. It's your responsibility. If you're graduating, you have to have that final completed by the 28th. If you're not graduating this semester, then you just have to have it completed by May the 5th. Again, you can do this ahead of time. You can do this early. That's fine. My department head. Okay, so we went through the simple syllabus. So let's look at Access Pearson real quick. This is what you're going to click. You're going to click on this, and you're going to go through the registration process to register in Pearson. I can't go in there right now in student mode. Right way of course materials, your textbook will be in here. It's going to give me an error because I'm in student mode. Announcements, if there are any, it'll be in there. And then your grades will be here. The big area is modules. And you may want to print out the calendar from the syllabus. But everything's in here. There's a calendar here in Canvas I do like. There's learner support. You can read through that. There's information about me. So let's look at calculator information. So you can, if you don't have a handheld TI-84, you can purchase one. I think they're running about 130 new. Or here's another option. You can do with tax. I did this before. It was $22. Okay. And they would send you an email and you would set up your account. Let me come back to Canvas. And then once you have that set up, this is the link you would use to access it. So you don't have to kind of remember where the link is. You can come back and click on this. Okay, except you do need to be in Chrome for this, and Chrome has to be updated. Okay, so I have one set up already. So whatever username and password you set up, whatever email you use. Okay, my license has expired. I didn't realize that. Okay. All right, so it's going to be an online version of the calculator. Mine's expired. I don't really use it so much. I have other versions on my computer, but that's how you get to it. You would sign in. It's going to take you directly to the calculator. It's going to look like the handheld one. and it's very friendly to use. Okay, so let's go back to modules. I know you can just click next. I don't like to do that. Proctoring links. Okay, so if you're going to use Monitor EDU, you would click here to get started with a test. This is the receipt number, the prepaid code for the semester. They're going to ask you for that, and it's an on-demand service. Here are the instructions on how to use Monitor EDU. If you want to schedule on Bossier Parish campus, you would click this link and schedule your exam with them. They Monitor EDU and Bossier Parish will have the passwords to the exams. Let's just go to the next one. This is information about Monitor EDU. So if you are going to use Monitor EDU, it's probably, I need to make sure the link is not broken. All right, I will get with tech support and have them fix that, which is actually a quick fix last time I asked them. Okay. All right, grading policy, grades weighting. Now over here in the syllabus area, it's also in the last day to drop without a W is January the 26th. Last day to drop this class with a W. So last day you can remove yourself from the class is April the 23rd. Okay, so that's on the main page too. So we were in modules. I hate jumping around like that on you. All right, Monitor EDU, navigating a course, Pearson Inclusive Access, My Math Lab. That is, give me one second. All right, and I will have them fix that link too. I didn't realize there were some other ones that weren't working. I had them fix. So that should be working by tomorrow. All right, so week 1, you need to do an etiquette discussion, course requirement agreement, and access Pearson registration. And I go through, you only need to respond by saying complete or done. Just say, hey, I did it, registered, whatever. You don't have to do a big long explanation. That's just going to be a graded activity, just to know that you got on to Pearson. So then we come for week 2, and I'm just going to look at week 2. So you have an overview, what we're going to be doing. And again, you can work ahead. So this is what I want you to be aware of. I have these notes here. Not very neat, but they are neat. Print version. Hmm, I don't know why it's taking. I don't know why it's taking so long to download. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna pause the video and bring it up. Okay, so this is what that note. It's a PDF. So this is what it looks like. So the one that I just showed you, and I'll come back to it, is for all of chapter 5, 5.1, 5.2. I believe there's just 3 sections, 5.3. Okay, it's for you to take notes on if you have the ability to print. So then you have section 5.1. This is a lecture. I store my videos in YouTube, so it's not like I'm just pulling random videos off the internet. These are ones I've actually created myself. It's just easier for me to store them there. And all mine use the TI-84 calculator. You really don't want to try and do this by hand. It is a pain. So again, and I use the calculator that you'll be using in the class, the TI-84. So that is in the week where it says lecture notes. That's what you'll find in there. The note, I call it a note guide. You can print it, and the lectures follow the note guides. These two are the assignments. You can always go back to Access Pearson and get to the assignments, or you can click here. And I'm going to go ahead and, since I'm not in student view, I can actually go now. All right, this takes me straight to the homework, which is nice. Okay, and again, you can jump around. You don't have to do it in order. The examples I work in the videos come from here, but I just don't work them by hand. I use the calculator, which is so much nicer. So let's go back to the course. Another way to get to the assignments, if you go to Access Pearson's, we're going to have to go to initially to register. So Brightway course materials. And it's probably because I'm a teacher. All right, open Pearson. So if you just use Access Pearson, you can go there. The reason I like this one better is because you have the full view of the screen. Um, you have course home, you have assignments. These are 3 areas you're going to use. Student grade book. You would use the student grade book. So say you wanted to come back and look at an assignment. Uh, maybe you just want to rework some of it or whatnot. You can look at it there. If you did a test and you want to review it after you've already closed it, you just go to student grade book. You can review, rework problems from there. After the due date, after the 7 days, it'll let you work the problems. It just won't give you any credit. So, and you see all the due dates here on the left. They should be correct with on the syllabus. It doesn't mean I didn't mess one up. But, and let's just filter this. Look at test. So your proctored exams, I give you 90 minutes. I give you more time on those. Again, for all the other exams 1, 3, and 5, which are not proctored, you can use notes, your calculator. For exams 2, 4, and 6, you can also use your online calculator or handheld calculator. You cannot, but only the online one I specified, but you can't use a phone on it at all. Okay. And that's the reason I like going and using the Access Pearson link. The other thing you can do, let me pull up another tab. If you just go to mymathlab.com, it'll redirect you, and you would have to have your login information from Pearson. Now in Canvas, it just takes you directly to it. It stores your username and password. If you've used Pearson before, you'll use that login information again. So let's go back to modules. Again, when you get to week 3, there are the assignments already linked in there, or again, you can use Access Pearson. And what this does is it pulls your access code in. It's already been paid for, which is really nice. Okay. So again, here's all the weeks. You can work ahead. Spring break, there's nothing there. And then the last week, again, you can work ahead. It says due date's May the 5th, but remember, if you're graduating, you need to have it done by April the 28th. I will send reminders out about that. I don't have immediate access to whoever is graduating. I think I covered just about everything. Again, those, let me look at this. I'll have them get these video links fixed probably first thing in the morning. I think that's about it. Let me go back to student view. All right, simple syllabus. Big thing in there is all your due dates at the end. Again, you can use notes on your exams and the calculator as well. Okay, right here. And I do look at the exams after you finish them. I know Pearson grades them, but I like to go through and see maybe if you had like, sometimes people put the plus and the equal sign are the same key, and I'm aware of that. So sometimes students don't forget to hit the shift button if they need to. They might put a comma instead of a period. Obviously, if they're putting a decimal answer in and they put a comma and it looks like that's just a big issue. I get partial credit back sometimes on exams. If you want me to look at it, you can ask me, but I'm eventually going to look at it at some point. So you may see a change in the grade on your exams as you finish those. I don't do that with homework because homework you can redo as many times as you want. All right. And I think that's probably it. Again, on your home screen here, they made me have a picture of myself. but this is my cell phone number. Um, and if you want to, like, there's the messaging system in Canvas. I do actually have an app on my phone, so if you send me a message through Canvas, it does actually push through on my phone, so I do get it immediately. And again, here's your calendar, course calendar. I do like that they have, again, you can work ahead, but these first three assignments you do need to get done by Sunday, and it's going to be fairly easy. And I think that is it for us.